Good day, beautiful patriots. So it's another one of these videos. So we're going to be actually reacting today. I'm not sure if you guys have seen in the recent days how they've had the Khoisan community actually protesting, saying that they demand now recognition, right? So we've got here one of their spokesperson. Actually want to listen to some of the points that he actually makes. Then I'll actually give in my actual bite and 2 cents in this actual matter. So let's just really listen into it, because he's going to now make his demands, which, hey, I don't know, but you guys can listen to it and then make up your own decision. Tell us what you think on the demands that you're going to hear him actually make.
So much for your time. Really do appreciate it. Take us through the very specific demands on that memorandum.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me. Yeah, our demands are, we have made 8 demands in the writing. I'll give you the most important ones first. It's to recognize the Khoi and the San as the first indigenous people of South Africa with immediate effect.
Do you guys think that is a problem? I don't think it could be a problem, recognizing the Khoi and the San people as the first indigenous people of this nation, right? Because I think a lot of us actually do still agree to that fact. So I think the gentleman is more interested in more about proving who the actual first people of the land are, either than actually what way forward so that they can heal and actually feel that they belong. Which is why I'm actually, what I want us to actually listen more, and you'll get what I actually want to get to in this.
And restore the Khoisan land rights under the principles affirmed in Richtersveld, with immediate effect, legislative and policy reform to ensure restitution. That refers to the Constitutional Court precedent setting case and ruling in 2003. And then the third one, we ask government to demand.
I really do not know anything about this ruling, if anybody of you knows, but I'll surely go back to go and return to it in a different video. We'll actually go and listen, or actually talk about that ruling, right? That he talks about 2003. But it's also going to be interesting. What land is it that he's talking about, that he actually wants back into the hands of the Khoi? I have to see, because now that is another war on its own.
And that they seize all practices, legal, political, or economic, that continue the apartheid legacy of trickery, erasure, and dispossession. Number 4, immediately revoke the TKLA in its current form, save only for the recognition clauses, which must be retained and strengthened. And then number 5, devolve lawmaking power to include Khoisan representation at all levels of state, national, provincial, and local, in accordance with the Constitution and international law. This requires no constitutional amendment, only compliance.
Listen to that. I want you to actually listen to that. I'm not actually laughing. I'm actually not believing. I've got nothing against the Khoi and the San. I actually want them to be recognized, be appreciated, and actually not become like any other inferior. I want them to live well within this nation. They deserve it. They deserve it. But now to say that they must now be involved in all lawmaking, I'm not saying it's totally against it, but why don't they at least try and actually come in the ways that are already there? Unless if they're trying to then go and change ways and things that have actually been happening and the way that have been happening in this country. Because automatically once you say that they must be involved in security and lawmaking decisions, you're already saying that they are now the alpha and the omega It's already like taking somebody and making them the father of the household out of nowhere. So I don't know. Think about it. Think about it. Something to actually consider. But how do you actually think about it? Because you must remember that the Khoi and the San are only in a small part of the country. Or why do I say that? It is mostly in the Northern Cape and the Western Cape, right? But not all over there. Then in the Eastern Cape, mostly Xhosa people. Free State, Sotho people. So you're telling me that you're going to be wanting other people which you also probably do not identify as or recognize or actually are in the same parameters of beliefs and stuff to come and make decisions for you. It doesn't make sense for me. Because I'm in the Free State and I wouldn't want any Khoisan person telling me what to do. Especially just because they are Khoi and San. Understand? Unless I choose to go and live under their land and then choose to say that I choose to be a part of this community and abide under the rules of this community, then that is a different conversation altogether. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but I wouldn't listen to anybody of a Khoi and a San. Like, they wouldn't even tell me what to do. I would just look at them and say, so what? And then understand. But I would respect them as elders if they are older than me. I wouldn't even go and respect Zulu, Miss Zulu, in the context of saying that I'm now going to bow and tremble when they come, or like, you know what the people like, bow your head. No, just going to look at him as he is. Even the president of the nation, it's not my God, doesn't get to tell me what to do. Only my father will get to tell me what to do. Then maybe also my political president, because I would have chosen to go and fall under their rules. Understand? You go and then choose to fall under their rules and abide under their constitution, under their way of doing things. That's a decision. But you can go out at any moment. It is not a matter of permanent binding. But it's a decision that you can choose to die by and live by all the days of your life. And well, that I hope you understand. But in the context that he's talking about, I don't see that happening, and I just see them just maybe going the route of what the Afri forums have done. And I think now that they've seen that the international community and Trump had actually responded in such a way for the Boer community, I'm thinking that they have a strategy in which they're hoping somebody out there will also, hopefully they have somebody already lined up that they know they're going to help amplify their voice in the context of saying that we're going to go out and then we're going to make sure the international community hears us and that we are not being treated well, being removed off our land, and then we're not being given the power to make state decisions in all the levels of society and all the provinces from head to toe. That is just like saying, make us the kings and president of this country. We want to rule. I don't see this happening. I do not see this happening at all. I bet it. This is, I don't see it happening. But well, we'll see. We'll see.
And then, of course, we ask for affirmative action, the same as BE action, but specifically for the Khoisan.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I don't see a problem with that. As a black person, I don't see why I can't give them or the Khoi and the San people some sort of affirmative action. I think they've already been stripped of a lot. I believe they've already been stripped of a lot. They've been put in the corner. But then, in my own opinion, would be saying that let's move away from the affirmative action of saying that now you must all now go and be in the work and the schools and all of that. You can, I don't know when they say specifically for them what they have, but If they're talking about school and stuff, yeah, involve them. But specifically for them, or I don't know. In fact, I feel this same way in the context of affirmative action for everybody. For everybody. Say that let people begin to develop things within their communities, within their regions. Big companies such as that. Not always go and get. Because now if they're going to have to now get affirmative action in the context of BEE, and then also get to be forced to now own partnership in other companies, right? What is going to happen is that it is now going to continue to push people away. And where are the Khoi and the San people mostly? In the Western Cape, the Northern Cape. Where is the majority of white people? They're going to run, especially how they already trying to turn this country into a Cape independence. So it's going to be very, very interesting. But I would really, really like to see how this goes, especially they're going to be listened to, they're not. But I promise you, this is a story that we're going to follow throughout this channel.
First demand. What would be the legal, social, political, and economic effect of recognizing the Khoi and the San as the first indigenous people of South Africa?
Well, if we are given the recognition, which the Constitution already does. So what we're saying, the state is a constitutional delinquent. The constitutional precedents and the Constitution itself recognize the Khoisan. First of all, if that is done, there will be justice served on the Khoisan people after 31 years of democracy, of which the current government, which the ANC led for 6 consecutive terms and is still leading in the 7th administration, they are maliciously obstructing our constitutional rights. It is no accident. And so once they do that, justice will be served. And we will not have to go to the international community and to ask them to put South Africa under sanctions like the sanctions of apartheid. Because what they are doing now is they have singled us out and applied apartheid against us.
But let's talk about...
Well, that's an opinion, but I understand. But I personally really, really do feel that when it comes to the Khoi and the San community, is that if they could first fix the mess within them, the fighting for who is the one who actually is the first, and all of those that has happened, their own internal politics, then I think they can begin to actually go and meet and come together with other communities and actually have a stronger voice. Because if they are divided, like the Zulus are divided, the Sotus, the Pedis, the Tswanas, the Xhosas, vendors, as they're divided, that is actually what makes the black community weaker. So if the Khoi are going to do that, they're going to become weaker as much as they already are a minority. This is one story that we're going to really, really follow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Please do click that like, share, that subscribe, and then make sure that you're here for the next video. Salute.
Nothing. Sure, I would do honestly.